Hello all and welcome to Astro Wheel of Fortune. So today I'm doing a reading for all my people in couples. So this is for those of you that are in partnerships, whether it's long-term partnership or short-term partnership. This is a reading for you. So this is all about how your partner, this can also be for somebody you're dating as well. So if you're not quite like official yet, but this is in general the person that you're thinking about, the partner, the love interest that you're thinking about, that you have a connection with, that you have been dating, that you have this wouldn't be for any of you that are like in a crush situation or a love interest where it's not exactly established that you've been dating or anything like that. I will do a separate video for that, but this is for my couples. So this is all about, sorry, I'm just going to focus the camera. This is all about what they're thinking of you, what their impression of you is, what is your opinion on you, and just how you make them feel. So we've got 6 piles as always. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, pile 5, and pile 6. And let's start straight away with pile number 1. So pile number 1, let's see, what does your partner think of you? So we've got Gray Squirrel, find new ways of solving problems. And we've got your imaginary friend, childhood treasures resurface. So I see that your partner could see you as quite innocent. They could see you as having a lot of innocence around you. I feel like they see you as a very busy person as well. So I think they, whatever it is that you do for a living or your career situation, anything like that, they see you as working hard, being busy, taking time to be busy. You're the type of person that always has like a busy schedule, or you have somebody to go meet, you have somebody to to meet up with, you have somebody to be around. I also see that your partner probably thinks that you are really good with children. They see that you are a really good presence around children. Maybe you have a natural ability around children. Maybe you have a natural ability to be, but I don't get this in I almost don't get it in a motherly way. Maybe it is. We're going to see, motherly or fatherly way. Maybe it is. We'll see what other cards we get. But to me, this is sticking out. It's almost like you're great with children because you have like a childlike innocence about yourself as well. It's like they see that you're excellent with children because it's almost like you're able to communicate their language. You're able to understand their wonder, their sense of imagination, their sense of creativity. And that's something that they see in you. So maybe you've been around children, maybe you've met, like if they have children, you've met their children, maybe you have children, or just in general, maybe they see that type of potential in you. So that's something that's quite interesting. But in general, I do see this energy of like maybe a busybody that they see in you. They see you as quite busy, quite energetic to a point. I'm getting this like maybe more on the anxious side with your energy, but nevertheless, they see you as having kind of quick energy. That's what I'm getting. Now we've got Temperance in reverse. Maybe they see you as impatient as well. With this quick anxious energy and with the Temperance in reverse, I am getting energy of somebody who could be quite impatient. Again, we're getting 2 dragon imageries here. There's 2 dragon imageries here. So I feel like they see you. It's almost like they see this innocence in you, but they also see that there's huge strength behind you. So even if you are, maybe when they first met you especially, they more so took you for that anxious energy, that innocent energy, but the more they get to know you, the more time they spend with you, the more they're realizing that there's a dragon behind you, and it's almost like I'm getting like there's a dragon on your shoulder, and I feel like it's almost like you always had this dragon energy in you. So you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you could be a heavy fire in your chart. You don't have to be. Maybe you are a dragon by your Chinese zodiac, but I see that in general you are a very strong, independent person, despite I feel like people don't give you the credit for how independent you truly are and how much independence you actually have. I think they definitely see you as very creative as well. There's a lot of creativity, a lot of very strong energy behind almost like a weaker facade. That's something that's their impression anyway. It doesn't mean that you're exactly like this, but this is what your partner is seeing. It's almost like they believe that you have maybe a little bit more of a innocent, more angsty, anxious facade, but in reality you're actually a lot stronger, a lot more powerful than people give you credit for. Now we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse, and we get the 6 of Pentacles upright. So with the 10 of Cups in reverse, I am getting this energy that this person could think that maybe I'm kind of getting like maybe you are really good around children, but they are seeing that maybe you are not interested in having children of your own. Their impression is that you don't want to have kids, or you're not ready to settle down for a family life. So with the Queen of Wands, this would make me think that maybe you have creative projects that you still want to do. Maybe there's a lot of like traveling that you want to do. I feel like they see you as quite a free spirit, despite being good with children, despite being a very nurturing soul. They see you as a very free-spirited person, and they recognize that you still need your freedom. You still need an element of freedom in your life. You could, a lot of you guys could be Sagittarius. Sagittarius is because I do see this energy to want to roam, to want to explore, to want to create. With this 6 of Pentacles, I see that they also see you as extremely generous. So I think in this context, they see you as somebody who's very generous, who will give your energy. You will give your energy to the people that need it, but you also don't want to be tied down by people. So you're a giver, but they kind of see you that they almost see you that they'll never be able to almost have you. So in a way, they kind of feel like maybe they only have like a limited amount of time with you, and they do worry about that sometimes. That's something that's coming through here. They worry that they only have a limited amount of time, a limited amount of kind of like it's a snippet, that they think they only have a snippet of time with you, and they worry about that because they really appreciate your energy. I feel like they really love the actual energy that you emit, and they worry that, you know, the amount of time that they have with you is only limited. They also see that you're a very healing presence to them. I do see there's a level of healing energy that you bring to the table for this partner. I see that this partner is of a very high opinion of you. I'm definitely seeing that with the World card. They see you in a very mature light. They see you as somebody who, again, they see you as well-traveled, very cultured. They feel like you know a lot about the world. I'm really getting Sagittarius energy in this spread. You don't have to be a Sagittarius, but it's very strong. We have Sagittarius with Temperance, Queen of Wands. You don't have to be a Sagittarius, but there's just energy of you knowing. I feel like they really feel like you have this knowledge that nobody else possesses. They feel like you have knowledge and ideas that nobody else could ever come up with. They really see your mind as brilliant. They see your energy as brilliant. They really feel like there's so many things that you're capable of that they've never met a person who's capable of similar things, you know? They've never met a person who's capable of a similar who's capable of similar ideas, similar excitement. It's just, they really see you as extremely unique. Uniqueness is coming through very strong. I do at the same time see that they believe that you could be a very sharp-tongued person, that you could say things before you think a lot of the time. They do think that you say things that are a little bit maybe out of line sometimes, maybe things that I also get that maybe they feel like sometimes you say things for shock value. That's something that's coming through as well. But it doesn't really, I'm not getting that it bothers them in any way. I feel like it's more so kind of interesting to them. I feel like this person is really interested in what you'll do next in general. Because on one side, you're really nurturing and you're really giving and you're really really generous with your time and your energy. But on the other side, you still want to be free. You can't be confined. You want to learn. You want to travel. You want to explore the world. So in a way, they find you mysterious because it's almost like you have these two energies. But at the same time, they could feel with the Temperance card in the reverse that you don't know how to balance these energies. They could feel like you still have time to figure out how to balance the need for freedom and the need to nurture and and give. It's almost like you have this stable energy, but you also have this energy that wants to run away, and you don't quite know how to channel it. So they're really, really interested. It's almost like they enjoy watching you figure it out. But I see that they're of a high opinion of you, even though they do feel like sometimes you have some harsh words to say to them, even though sometimes they feel like things that are said maybe that you say are a little bit unfair. They still really care about you, they love you, and they have a real interest to see it's even if this relationship doesn't go anywhere in the future, which I don't think it's not gonna go anywhere. I feel like it has potential, but I see that they're worried that you're gonna run away from them. That is an energy that I'm picking up on. But very interesting reading, pile number 1. You guys are definitely very unique, very interesting people, and this person really recognizes that. So I'm I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. If you have any feedback, leave it down below, and I'm going to move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, let's see who is, or sorry, not who is, but what does your partner think of you? So we've got little Owlin, wisdom as light as a feather. So I definitely think that your partner sees a lot of wisdom in you. They see you as very clever, very intelligent, but not just intelligent like that you're sharp. They feel like you have a lot of wisdom and a lot of understanding of the universe in you. So they could even see you as an old soul. You could have an old soul energy, but they definitely see you as a very wise person. I feel like maybe they come to you for advice a lot. They probably see you as maybe having good perspective on things. So that's something that's coming through. And we also get the pig, maintain self-worth and self-esteem. So they could feel like maybe you struggle with your self-esteem. Maybe that's something that you admit to yourself, if you don't struggle with self-esteem, this doesn't mean you are this way. This is exactly how this person sees you. So don't worry if that's not how you feel. This person may feel like maybe you deserve to have more confidence, that you deserve to see yourself as more important. And even though you have a lot of wisdom about the world and the universe, they feel like maybe you lack wisdom about yourself and lack wisdom about recognizing your own strengths. So that's something that's coming through here. Now with the Emperor card in reverse, and then we've got the Strength card, we've also got the Chariot card, and we got the Tower card in reverse. So I definitely, again, the Strength card makes me think of this wisdom and having this wisdom. I feel like this person sees that you are able to achieve what you want to achieve without force. You're able to achieve what you want to achieve and how you want to it's like you're able to make things happen for yourself without force. And they really appreciate and they really admire the way you're able to manipulate, not in a sneaky way, not in a shady way. I'm getting energy of them seeing how you're able to manipulate the universe. Maybe you guys are amazing, like energy manipulators or something like that. Because it's almost like they see you as a master of your own destiny. They see you as a master of your own your own path, and they see you being able to almost tame every situation to your will, as you want it to be. You are a very goal-oriented person to them. They see you as very, very ambitious, and they see that your ambition is so strong, perhaps sometimes a little bit too strong. Sometimes they almost could feel intimidated by how ambitious you are. They could feel intimidated by how much you want to achieve in life. If it's not intimidation, sometimes maybe they worry that you are too hard on yourself. That's something that's coming through as well. So it's almost like you have all this wisdom about energy and the universe and how life works, but sometimes you forget that in relation to yourself. You forget that in relation to, it's like maybe you're not too hard on other people, and maybe you're able to be very gentle and very understanding with other people. But when it comes to yourself, you can become very harsh with yourself and very unfair with yourself. So they also view you as somebody who's been through a lot of drama, who's been through a lot of difficulties in their life, and I think that's where they feel your wisdom comes from. It's like they see this wisdom coming from this dramatic, hard, difficult life that you've gone through. This hard life could have been to do with a father figure or a male figure in your life. Maybe you told them something about that happened with your father, or maybe your father was overly controlling, and it's almost like they can see your father's voice or your father's disapproval in you sometimes for yourself. It's like you still have your father's voice in your head. You still allow the things that your father has said to you in the past. Now, this could also be a mother. It just indicates, the emperor indicates a father figure. But in general, I feel like they also see you as having problems with authority. That's something that's coming through as well. Because this person believes that you're not meant to be under authority. They believe that you're meant to be a leader of your own. And they really want you to recognize that. That's something that they see in you, and they want you to see that for yourself. Now, with the Two of Wands in reverse, and then we've got the Hermit card in reverse. So with the Two of Wands in reverse, this indicates that this person feels that maybe sometimes you're not the best at planning. I think they feel like you have a lot of wisdom, you have a lot of knowledge, you have a lot of all this wise, spiritual, and I feel like they see this spirituality in you. I feel like a lot of you guys, that big group number 2, could be very spiritual people. I think they see this wisdom and strength and love that you possess, but they almost feel, and you have all this ambition. So you have goals, you have what it takes to achieve those goals, but it's almost like you don't know how to channel that energy into the goal that you have. Maybe you lack planning. Maybe you are kind of a scatterbrain. Maybe you're this kind of person who struggles with rigidness in life. I feel like maybe you don't like authority, you don't like rigidness, and this person really recognizes that in you. If you don't feel that way, this would mean that it's just the way this person views you. They see you as somebody who has everything that it takes to achieve your goals, but you struggle to achieve those goals because of, you kind of live in chaos a little bit. That's what's coming through here. I really feel like you live in chaos sometimes, and this chaos is kind of where you can be comfortable in sometimes. Like you can even see here, you see the witch, and she's walking away from this tornado, but she's not scared of the tornado. She's just like walking away from it. She's not worried. She's kind of, but so they're kind of seeing that you're not afraid of chaos. They think that you actually thrive in chaos, but they also are aware that you have the ability and you have the potential to tame the chaos, but for some reason you just don't do it. You don't tame the chaos. But I think it's genuinely because you are kind of comfortable in changeability. You're comfortable in everything is chaos if you really think about it, and I think you're very aware of it. Because of this wisdom that you possess, you know that chaos is just natural part of life, and it's almost like you're almost becoming too comfortable in it. You're almost too comfortable in the chaotic energies. Now, with the Hermit card in reverse, I do think that this person sometimes can see you as a little bit of a loner, a little bit of, I think it's because you don't like authority, you don't like people telling you what to do. So a lot of the time you can retrieve into yourself, stick to yourself. You don't want anybody telling you anything, and you can become overly this lone wolf persona. That's something that they see in you sometimes. You don't want people telling you what to do. You don't want people directing your thoughts, your energies, because I feel like you've been controlled for a very long time. You could have had a very controlling childhood where you experienced a lot of control, a lot of restrictions. You weren't able to do what you truly wanted to do, and therefore you are trying to free yourself as much as possible from authority, from possible energies that can keep you from experiencing life as a whole. You're not a fan of restrictions. You're not a fan of rules. I'm not getting that with you. I feel like you make your own rules, but that can make you a little bit of a loner sometimes because, for example, if you have like a friendship group, you don't want to play by the rules that the friendship group has established. And you know, every group of people, there will always be some sort of rule book. There will always, even if it's unspoken rule book, it will be in in groups of friends, it'll be in family groups. You know, there's always an unspoken rule book, and you just don't play by any rule book. I think they see you as a little bit of a rebel as well, to be honest. There's a rebellious energy around you, pile number 2. So I think even though they see this, like, it's almost like you're very, very wise, you have all this wisdom, and you're very, a lot of the time they also even see you as very calm. But at the same time, you have this energy of chaos within you. So it's like you're the calm before the storm, but you're also the storm to them. That's what they see you as. Maybe even anger management sometimes. I feel like maybe through the time, I'm getting also, maybe they met you at a time where you were experiencing a lot of chaos, and maybe you were experiencing a lot of anger, but they also notice that you are able to control your anger. It's like, even if you are even if you've experienced anger issues, I think they notice that you've been able to control that as well. So they're a very high opinion of you, and they really, I can see that they have very strong energy, that they admire you, they value your opinion, but something about you kind of makes them unsettled because of your chaos. The chaos inside you scares them a little bit. That's what I'm getting. And maybe that's something that the cards are saying is worth bringing up. It's worth talking about. So this is my pile number 2. If you like this message, if you like this reading, please like and subscribe. If you have any sort of feedback, leave it down below in the comments. And I'm going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3, let's see, what does your partner think of you? So we've got goat, act from your innate wisdom. So in this instance, they could think that you are quite stubborn. You are quite a stubborn, persistent person. We also have bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things. I think they see you as very ambitious, very, very ambitious, very goal oriented, but also like very stubborn about getting your goals. Like, you set a certain goal and you won't switch a thing about it. Maybe sometimes you can have very intense tunnel vision about your goals. You won't compromise things that you want. So for example, if you wanted to be like a business person and you wanted to set up a business, you will want to set up the business the way you have envisioned it. You're not going to have any compromise, about how it goes, about what kind of business it is. You take your advice, but you are very, very strong-headed about going forward and achieving your goals. So they definitely see you as a huge achiever, very ambitious. Definitely Capricorn energy is featuring here for you guys. So then we've got Judgment card in reverse. Capricorn strong with the King of Pentacles. They see you as the boss. They see you as a boss person. They see you as having potential to be very well off, very rich, very successful. But they also see you as being a little bit judgmental. They see you as having judgment on people. Maybe they feel like sometimes you could go with the flow a little more. But at the same time, your ability to be so strong-headed is something they admire. It's almost like something they feel like maybe you need to sometimes chill out on, but at the same time they admire it so much. They also see you with the 10 of Swords as somebody who has gone through a lot of betrayal in your life, a lot of disappointments with people, especially with relationships. You could have had a lot of, maybe if this is like your partner, maybe you have told them about like people that have cheated on you, relationships that went sour because a partner betrayed you in some sort of way. They see that you've gone through a lot of relationships and exes who have done you really, really wrong, backstabbed you, and were really, really just really bad to you. And they really recognize that you have a lot of regrets, especially in your interpersonal relationships. This can include like friends as well, but the ex situation is standing out to me. I feel like you've had a lot of exes that had betrayed you. I think this person really thinks that you are extremely strong for the type of things that you've gone through. They see that you have come out on top despite all this disappointment, despite all this backstabbing. You're still moving forward. You're still not letting this kind of like trauma or betrayal get on top of you, you are still very strong. I'm definitely getting Capricorn energy here with you guys. We also get the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We get the Three of Swords in reverse. We've got the King of Pentacles in reverse, and we get the Fool energy. Yes, I feel like this person sees that no matter how much you're betrayed, no matter how much heartache and heartbreak, you could have even been cheated out of money with some people, with some exes, with some relationships or friendships. They could even recognize that you've been cheated or backstabbed over amounts of money, investments, things like that. That's coming through. That'll be, for some of you, not all of you, but also the pentacles can represent effort. They see that you wasted a lot of, I don't want to say wasted. I think maybe that's the way that they view it. They see that you waste a lot of effort on people that don't deserve it. They see that you waste a lot of effort and a lot of work on people that just plain don't deserve your effort, your love, your appreciation. And now with the Knight of Pentacles, again, there's a strong energy of stubbornness. They really do see you as very, very stubborn, very, very strong-headed, very determined at the same time. So it's almost like they see your stubbornness as your biggest strength and your biggest weakness at the same time. Now with the Fool card, I see that they this could either be a very new relationship, this could either be a very fresh relationship, or they feel like they are bringing a new, fresh perspective into your life. So I think they feel like they can bring this cycle of betrayal. I think this partner really has good intentions for you. This person, type of partner really sees you as someone who could use some lightheartedness in their life. Because I think deep down they see that you're able to have this lightheartedness, you're able to have this freedom about you, this free flowing about you, and they want to bring more of that into your life. They want to have a bit more, they want to bring a lot more excitement, emotional fulfillment, but this kind of fresh energy. They feel like you deserve something fresh, something new. I feel like they really recognize that you've been stuck in energy of backstabbing, betrayal for too long, and they really want to break up that energy for you. I'm also seeing that they see you as somebody who's amazing at healing their own wounds. So if you are hurt, it's almost like you are able to regenerate so easily. They see that anytime you're hurt, every time you're backstabbed, every time something happens to you, you are always stronger than ever. Like, it takes you a little bit of time and you're stronger than ever. You start healing, you start moving forward. And it's something that I think they kind of are amazed by. They're amazed how many times you can get betrayed. This could even be a person that you've known for a long while, and maybe it's somebody that you weren't always together with, but they watched you get betrayed by these people. They watched you get, lied to or cheated by these people. So I feel like this person has really seen this regeneration. They've really seen you get up and become stronger every time. And I literally keep hearing, how do they do that? Like, that's what they would be saying. They're kind of like, how do they do that? It's almost like they feel like you have a secret formula for getting over betrayal, getting over backstabbing, because you've been through so much. So they are really they're incredibly impressed by this. Now, I don't get an energy of them seeing a long-term relationship just yet. It doesn't mean that there will never be a long-term relationship potential here. But I feel like they are still in the energy of feeling like everything's very fresh, everything's very new. If you are in a very long-term relationship with this person, I see that this person is not exactly somebody who settles down quickly. I feel like this person prefers to have more, not even a casual relationship, but they like to keep things as lighthearted as possible. They like having the relationship as easy flowing as possible. They are not the type of person that really cares about having children. They're not the type of person that really cares about getting married straight away. They're a person who just enjoys being in your presence. It doesn't mean they'll never want to do it, but there is an energy of just, you know what, we're having a great time. Why do we need to change anything? That's what I'm seeing for them. So I'm getting a lot of earth energy here, so this could be you or your partner, but I'm also getting possibly Gemini. That's coming through more so for your partner than you. But I do see that this person is very, very happy the way things are now. I keep hearing, I'm just happy the way things are now. They're just happy being with you the way they are with you now. It's almost like, it's not that they don't want anything changing, but for now, they're just happy in the energy that you are in. And they want to keep a lighthearted energy surrounding this relationship. And I feel like they also want to do it not just for themselves, but because they think that's something that you can use. Maybe you are the type of person that gets into the intense, heavy energy very easily, and they seem to recognize that. Even if they're not a spiritual person, that's just something that they could sense, because everyone has intuition. So that's the reading that I received for you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you have any feedback for me, leave it down below in the comments. And I'm going to move on to pile number 4. So pile number 4, let's see, what does your partner think of you? So we've got Kingfisher. Be patient and focused. So they really see you as a very patient person. They see you as a very focused person. They see you as a person that focuses very intensely on your goals, your dreams. And you also, it's almost like maybe they are very aware that you are able to work with the divine timing. You always wait for the right moment. You never want to rush anything. Even if you experience impulses, you always question them. You always listen to your gut. That's something that's coming through. We've got Little Wolf Girl. It is all right to be alone. So maybe they feel like you're a little bit of a loner sometimes. You could be the type of person that I'm also getting that you are the type of person that doesn't really care about what other people have to say about you. You don't care about other people's opinion of you. And I think that's something that they recognize in you. And we've also got a beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. So maybe they feel like you need to practice more self-care and spend more time on looking after your well-being. That's something that they're thinking of. But in general, I see that they see you as very focused, very patient, and it's almost like you're patient with other people as well. It's almost like you don't care about other people's opinion of you, so you are able to be almost impartial on every single person you meet. So in a way, it's a very mature way that they see you in. With the Kingfisher as well, it just makes me think that when you do finally get that goal that you really wanted to get, it's always more exciting for you than other people, because you're always so, you could be very present in the moment, and this person could really recognize that in you. But at the same time, I feel like there's an air of, I'm getting very calm energy from you. So I think the person that you're with finds your presence very, very calming. They find your presence very chill. They find your presence very comforting. So I feel like you're a very comforting person to your partner. Now we've got the Moon card in reverse. There's moon energy here is very strong. You could be a Cancer, maybe a Pisces. We've got the Moon card in reverse, but this indicates that even if you have any sort of like mysteries about you, even if you are in any way mysterious, I feel like this person feels like they have an in with your mysteries. It's like they kind of feel special because they feel like they're the one person that gets to see inside of your mind. They get to see the inside of how you operate. They feel special because, again, I'm kind of getting that you are a little bit of a loner, introverted. You don't like to give too much away. And I think this person just really appreciates when they get to, I feel like maybe you tell them. I feel like you're an extremely spiritual person. That's another thing that I'm getting. We get the 5 of Cups and we get the Judgment card in reverse as well. I feel like you're a very spiritual person, and you probably do spiritual things, like maybe you're a tarot reader, maybe you meditate a lot, maybe you are really into the law of attraction, you could be into witchcraft, whatever it is that you do. I see that you share certain things about your practice or what you do with this person, and they feel very excited about the fact that you share these things with them. They feel like they're in your inner circle. They feel very special because they recognize that you don't share this with everyone. So secrets of, whether it's secrets about your career, secrets if you're the type of person to start a business, any secrets that you have, they feel like they're privy to those secrets, and it makes them feel safer. It makes them feel more excited. They're the type of person that's interested in what you have to say. But I also see that this person sees this relationship in general, relationship with you, as a slow energy. They don't see, they feel like your relationship is going maybe too slowly. That's something that they maybe sometimes worry about. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like maybe you're not the type of person who likes to rush things. Again, with the Kingfisher, you like to focus on your goal. And you like to set a goal, but you want to let the divine timing take care of it. And you just don't like rushing things. You don't like going quick with anything. You don't like rushing into relationships. You don't like rushing into jobs. You don't like rushing into anything. I think relationships especially. And I feel like that is making them a little bit confused. I feel like this person wishes that this relationship could go a little bit quicker. I feel like this person, it doesn't mean that it has to. This is just this person's opinion. This person definitely would like it if your relationship, because I feel like they still feel a level of mystery. They feel confused by you. That's something that I'm getting. I'm getting like this person's not sure if you see potential with them. This person's not sure if you actually see a future with them. This person's kind of confused. But at the same time, it makes them want to control the situation. It makes them want to control the outcome of the situation. Maybe there's a need to communicate more clearly. So if you like this person, if you want to go forward with this person, maybe there's a need to say that to them, because I do see there's a level of confusion with this person. They're worried that you don't want to be with them. They could feel a level of confusion around, maybe you're a hot and cold kind of person, even though I'm not getting that. I'm getting more of an energy that you're a little bit mysterious. You're not exactly, I feel like you can be straightforward in your own way, but I think generally to like an average person, you are not a straightforward person. You're somebody who confuses people just by existing. That's something that I'm seeing. But I think that this person almost feels like they're not sure whether you want to be with them or not. This person's not sure whether they have a future with you or not. It's very unclear to them. It's very difficult for them to figure it out. And it's almost like they don't even know how to communicate that to you, because maybe sometimes they communicate that to you and you say, yeah, of course I want to be with you. But there's something about what happens between you, or how you go about. Maybe you'll say you want to be with them, but maybe with your actions you'll show them that you're not sure. Maybe there needs to be a discussion surrounding that. I feel like this person feels like things are going slow, but they're also confused on whether you actually want to proceed or not. So there could be a need to clarify that indeed both of you want to be together. Indeed, that's exactly what both of you want. That's where you want to move forward. But if you don't want to be with them, that's also, this is a sign to say to them that you don't want to be with them. So I think this person can be confused sometimes by this relationship, and sometimes they have some regrets about this relationship as well. So if you've had some fights, if there's been some disagreements, they could sometimes feel a little bit judged by you. I think that they are a little bit confused about whether you actually like them that much or whether you love them. So there could be a need to communicate about this. There's definitely, I feel like maybe you've gone through rough patches in this relationship. So I kind of getting, it's almost like this is either a very new relationship and this person doesn't know where they stand with you yet, or this is a very long relationship where you've been together forever. And at this point, you maybe had a lot of fights. Maybe you had like a lot of breakup and makeup energy, and this person's genuinely confused where they stand with you. So these are the two options I'm picking up on. So this person's definitely very confused. They feel like you're very mysterious. They feel like you don't let on a lot of things about what you're thinking. They always feel like you're keeping your thoughts to yourself. Maybe that's just the way you are naturally, but that's something that they pick up on. It's clearly something that bothers them. But I think overall they do see you as very beautiful. They see you as somebody who's a very calm energy. So I feel like like this, despite being confused by you, they're still able to get this healing, calm energy from you. They still like being in your presence. They still like being around you. They still like hearing you talk. But it's almost like maybe when they're away from you, that's when they're more nervous. Maybe they're actually very chill and very calm when they're in your presence, in your physical space. But when they're away from you, maybe there's something that is anxiety inducing. They're thinking about things a lot. Their thoughts are very unclear. So there's a lot of, I feel like communication is going to be very important in this relationship. And I feel like this person could use some communication, not only from their side, but from your side. Like, they should really express this to you, but they could also use your reassurance, I suppose. And I mean, if you feel the same way, you could also, of course, ask for reassurance from them. But that's the reading that I got for you today, pile number 4. That's a really interesting reading. It's very complex. I feel like there's a very complex connection involved here. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. If you have any sort of feedback, you can leave it in the comments. And I'm going to move on to pile number 5. Now, pile number 5, let's see, what does your partner think of you? Is there anything they want to say? We've got Snake, live according to your divine essence. So they see you as extremely spiritual right off the bat. They see you as very, very spiritual, very connected to source, very connected to the universe. They really see you as somebody who's very smart as well, very sharp, very smart. And we've also got Wolf Moon, I will watch over you. So I think they feel kind of protective over you at the same time. That's something that I'm feeling. But again, a lot of these piles today are very mysterious. I wonder if very mysterious people are going to get to watch this video. But I feel like there's a level of mystery surrounding you to this person. I do feel like this person sees you as a very... I'm really getting intelligence from this pile. I'm getting that they see you as a very intelligent person. They see you as intellectual, very smart, also very, very intuitive. With the Wolf Moon and the Snake, it really makes me think that it's almost like maybe you guys have very strong psychic abilities, maybe you have some spiritual skills, and that's something that they recognize. They definitely see that your abilities are very strong, and they feel them possibly on an energetic level as well. We've also got the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the 10 of Cups upright. We've got King of Pentacles, and we've got the King of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Wands and the King of Wands in reverse. So we've got 4 kings here. So I am getting this energy that not only do they see you as very spiritual, but they view you in the king energy. So whether you're female or male, they see you as a very powerful energy. They see you as a force. You've got 3 kings here. So the king energy is somebody who's very sure of themselves. I think they see that you've got a lot of potential to be very successful in your career. They see that you have a lot of potential to achieve a lot of things in life. But at the same time, with the King of Wands in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse, they also recognize that sometimes you can be maybe overbearing, and not overbearing in a sense that like, oh my God, like you are a terrible person, but you could be sometimes maybe overly my way or the highway. You can sometimes maybe stand your ground to the point where maybe it intimidates other people. But I definitely see that there's a level of like them feeling a very strong energy. I feel like you're a very, very strong person. With the Ace of Wands, I see that they see you as a huge creative. And I think right now, maybe you're going through a creative block, or you maybe periodically go through creative blocks, and that's something that they notice in you as well. I think they see that you're the type of person who is naturally a creative. You need to create. So a lot of you could be artists, a lot of you could be like singers, and I'm also getting like, for some of you, I actually feel like some of you are performers. That's something that they see in you. They see potential for creativity, but they also see that sometimes you get creative blocks. You're not able to create the way you want to create, and sometimes that can maybe make you more controlling, make you feel like you need to try harder, work harder, or sometimes that you are channeling your creativity into the wrong things. But that's their opinion. If you don't feel that way, that's not, it's not to say that that's exactly how you are. Another thing that they could be worried about is that they are not that you are not that invested in the relationship, but at the same time, what's interesting to me is that they genuinely see potential to get married, have children, and all that stuff in terms of this relationship. So they really see long-term potential. I think this is probably the strongest pile where I see a long-term potential for you and this partner. So out of all the piles that I've had so far, I feel like the people that are, you've probably talked about being together, you've probably talked about having a family together. They also feel like, for a lot of you, they think that you would be a really good father or you would be a really good mother. This person really sees that you would have a very good parenting style, that you would be an amazing parent, that you would be a very creative parent, that you would foster creativity in your children. And I think that they also see that you would be a very spiritual parent and really foster spirituality in their children, in your children together. But they see a lot of happiness with you. They definitely fantasize about a family, about a happy ending with you. That's something that they really think about, and that's coming through the strongest in this pile. I have to say, I haven't seen pile number 6 yet, but out of all the piles that we've done so far, I see that you guys probably, out of all piles, have the most potential to be together, to have a family together, to create something as a couple, in terms of like a legacy. But I also see that they just see you as an overall abundant person with the King of Pentacles. I see that they recognize a natural abundance in you, whether it's in your career or potential of family, but they see that you bring value to the relationship. They see that you bring value to this connection, and that's something that's very important to them. But sometimes they do worry that maybe you are not as invested as they think. So this person could even just suffer from insecurities in general. It doesn't mean that you are not actually invested. It could just mean that they are a type of person that gets insecure when they're not told every day, or they're not told, repeatedly that you are interested in them. That's something that could get them insecure, could make them feel like, oh God, they don't want to be with me. They have no interest in me. That can become strongly a paranoid energy in them. But I think that overall they really see potential. They see a family with you. I also feel like they feel like maybe their family really like you. That's something, if you met their family, their parents, anything like that, I feel like you've really made an impression on their family. You've really made an impression on their friends, possibly. I'm getting more family than friends, but I see that they got approval from family, from friends on you, and that's something that's I feel like family values are very important to this person. Maybe this person comes from a family that's very strong, that have a lot of integrity, and they want to create that with you, and it's very important to them that their family approves of you. And once they know that they do, it's they're really happy to move forward. But I also see that this person has a lot of like physical attraction towards you. Ace of Wands also indicates pregnancy to me, so I do see that there is potential to have that like family aspect. But I do see that physical attraction is very strong for this person towards you. They see you as very, very attractive, very beautiful. I feel like intimacy could be a very strong thing around you and this person. And in general, this person just wants to... I feel like they just want a really human connection, very emotional human connection with you. And once they have that with you, they're happy. It's like they don't need anything else. They don't need status. They don't need... they don't need elaborate gifts or anything like that. All they want is this natural human connection with you, where they can build a legacy with you, they can build a family with you, and that's all they care about. And they're happy moving on with whatever else. So it's a really beautiful energy here. I definitely see this has the most potential of being a long-term energy for this partner. I'm really excited for you guys, pile number 5. Congratulations. If you have any sort of feedback for me, you can leave it down below in the comments. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to move on to pile number 6. So pile number 6, let's see. What does your partner think of you? So we've got Ladybird, happiness, accept happiness and good fortune. The Mermaid of immersion, complete commitment. And we've got Snake Princess, the serpentine path to power. So again, I feel like these piles have saved the most commitment type of energy to last, because pile 5 was also a very strong, like, indication of long-term commitment. I'm getting the same for you guys. So I feel like pile number 5 and pile number 6 they're going to be for people that are seeing strong commitment, long-term commitment for people. So if you pick this pile, very strong commitment here. I see that this person is completely committed to you. They don't want anybody else. And they also recognize that you could be a power couple. That's something that this person really sees in you. They see a power couple connection. They feel like when you join forces, both you and this person, you are unstoppable. They see that your energy matches their energy, and they see this force that you create and the energy that you create together. It's unstoppable. They truly believe that when you guys get together, you can create anything. Maybe they think that you can create, like, businesses together, you can create a family together. But I'm really getting power couple energy here with you guys. You guys are very strong couple. With the Ladybird energy as well, I just see that they are truly happy when they're around you. My wax is starting to leak. They're truly happy when they're around you. They're truly excited they feel very lucky to have met you. That's another thing that I'm getting. They feel like they are the luckiest person in the world to have this partner. Somebody like you, somebody who is, I'm getting this energy that not only do they find you like beautiful or attractive, but they find you so strong and so powerful and so fascinating. To them, you're like the whole package. Again, as I said, pile 5, pile 6, you guys, the piles saved the most commitment ones to last. So if you were attracted to pile as well, 5 as well, maybe you want to watch that one as well. So we've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the 10 of Wands in reverse, we've got the Death card, we've got 10 of Wands again, we've got the Devil card in reverse, and we've got the Emperor boss energy. We get a very strong energy here, guys. Very powerful, but also I feel like this person's currently overburdened in some way with the 10 of Wands featuring so heavily here. I think this person recognizes, I think you are going through some sort of transformation. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing you're going through some sort of transformation. You're going through something very intense. But it's almost like whatever you're going through, it's so powerful that this person has no doubt that you will be okay. They have real love for you. Look at I'm just getting attracted to the doves here. They see you as a soulmate connection. They recognize that there's a soulmate connection between the two of you. They see that there's a lot of love, a lot of potential for very, very intense love between the two of you, but also very nurturing, very accepting love. I think you're going through a lot of fears right now. You're going through a lot of there could be a lot of fear, a lot of anger. If you've been struggling, or you are struggling with any sort of addiction, this can be substance, this can be smoking, this can be, even negative thought patterns, this can be anxiety, anything like that. Maybe it's social media. They see that there's something that you're trying to fix. There's something that you're trying to eliminate from your life, but it's very heavy on you. I think there's again with the snake, I am getting temptations. You could be experiencing temptations in regards to maybe wanting again, if it's abuse, substance abuse, or maybe you were a smoker in the past and you're trying to give up or something like that, or you're trying to give up even negative thought patterns. They can be tempting sometimes. It can be tempting to get into a negative thought pattern. If you think about it, gossip can be very tempting. So I feel like they recognize that you're really trying to better yourself right now, but they also see that you're in an overwhelming state of mind. There's something that's really weighing heavy. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. They recognize that you are a very responsible person. You're going through a lot of responsibilities, that you're carrying a lot of things on yourself. That's what I'm getting. Like, you're carrying a lot of burdens, you're carrying a lot of difficulties. But at the same time, they see you as the boss. They see you as the boss. They see you as capable of taking care of all of this. And it's almost like they even want to step back and let you sort it out yourself, because they don't want to be in your way, because they know you're capable of doing what you need to do to resolve the situation. Again, I see that they will help you if it's needed, because they truly see you as a partnership. They truly see you as a power couple. So any burden that you have, they see it as their own burden too, but they will never meddle in your burdens. It's like, mentally, they're like, if she has a burden, he has a burden, it's also my burden, but I will never overstep and get myself involved in this burden until they ask me to. So that's something that's coming through here from them. They are only ever going to step in if you ask them to. They will never step in just on their own accord. They have very strong boundaries in this situation. They want to have very, very strong boundaries with you. They want to have very strong understanding of like when they should step in, when they shouldn't step in. But I see with the Emperor card, I do see that this person sees you as a very reliable person. They see you as very, very responsible, very responsible. They see you as somebody who knows what they want, even if they don't have like a clear picture. They still see that they can see what exactly you want from life, how you want to deal with life, and they trust to They trust your expertise, I would say. Maybe you could even be an expert on something. Like, you could have studied something, you could be an expert on something, and they will always trust that expertise. But in general, I just see that they're fully ready to commit themselves to you. But another thing that I'm seeing for a lot of you now, this is a general message, so take it as it, resonates. You could feel maybe this is a relatively new relationship. They're ready to completely commit to you, but they are not sure if you're ready to take that commitment, because you have a lot on your plate already. So maybe you feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to commit too soon. They're like, that's fine. If you are not ready to commit, I'm here. You just let me know what you want to do. So I do feel like this person's ready to commit to you. If you have been in a long-term relationship with this person, I think this person's ready to commit to you. They're ready to move to the next stage of life with you. They really see you and them as a power couple. I'm not even getting energy of like children or anything, but it just means maybe that's not something that's on their mind right now. What's on their mind right now is establishing you and them being established in a very secure way, possibly establishing your careers, but they see huge potential, and they don't want anybody else. They're committed to you. They're not interested. It's like they feel like they found who they've been looking for. So definitely very strong energy from this person. This person is I feel like this person's very determined. So they're determined to be with you, but they will only be with you if you're comfortable with it. They don't want to overstep any sort of lines. So that is what I'm getting for you, pile number 6. That's the reading that I received for you. If you like this reading, please like and subscribe. If you have any sort of feedback for me, you can leave it in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.